Hey guys, welcome to another Brown Dust 2 video. In this video we're going to be going over some early account progression and what you should be doing when you start the game. So if you're a new player or someone who has been thinking about playing Brown Dust 2, stick around and I will help you get started on your Brown Dust 2 journey. Right, so when you first come onto the game, you'll be in story, I'm pretty sure at least. And that is the first thing you will want to focus on, because you unlock these down here, some of these down here, the content packs. So all of these are really important to your account progression. And if in the future you want some in-depth guides on these, I could make them as well. But say you're focusing your campaign, you're going through, and right, so you get to the second chapter, which it won't let me in. Give me 2 seconds. There you go. The Brown Dust 2 servers are having some issues apparently. Right. So you get in on this, and say for example, you unlock an important character on this stage, Sherazade. And I think at this point you would also unlock gear crafting. So right, so you get that leads us on to our second tip, which is gear crafting and who to use to actually be able to do it. So when you're on the screen, you can press this button down here and it brings up a list of all the characters that can do things for you in the game. So like your search, alchemy. So we're looking for gear crafting, and so there's 2 characters that can do it. It doesn't matter which one you use. So you can either use this guy, he's called Fred, and this person called Layla. So either one, you would click on, and at the start, see, actually this makes it a lot easier actually. So I haven't used this guy, I've used Layla. So this is all you can craft at first. But all you would do is come down here, and you should get some of these materials by just playing through some of the early campaign stages. And you would just craft the gear for your characters. You know, you've got your attack, you've got your magic. So say you craft these and you start getting up to, I'll click on my other character so I can show you where she's gone. Where is she? There she is. Right. So you've crafted some of your early gears, and you hit a point where you can't craft anything else. You would then need to level up the character's skill. So if I go back here, and then go to my crafter. So as you see, my level is to the max, but you would get to this point and it would be full, and you'd be able to level it up with skill books. Now early on you should be able to get skill books pretty easily, the lower tier ones, but once you get to the higher level of gears, you should be able to buy some of the more rare books from the Evil Castle. So I'll just show you. You just come here for this guy, and in the shop, there you go. You can buy 3-star ability books and 4-star ability books. They will help you get your gear skill to the max, and you should be able to craft UR gears for your characters. One more thing to add on about that though is when you're crafting your gear, I would recommend skipping SR gear and going straight to crafting ultra rare gear, because that shouldn't be too hard, as long as when you're crafting your gear, only craft low rarity stuff to level it up, because it basically uses no materials compared to using these to boost your level. Right, on to the next tip, guys. So at some point, obviously this is a gacha game, you'll unlock drawing for characters. And when you first get this, you'll be able to reroll. Now, I'm going to say now, I don't think you need to stress too much about the reroll. But if you're looking to get decent character, maybe their weapon as well along with them, there's two choices you can go for. You could either go for you can go for Eleanor, who's a pretty decent, not this costume, this one. He's a pretty decent physical DPS, also good for PvP, so they could be a good choice. And the other one is Cry. It's not this costume, it's this one. So this guy is also a good costume for early game, if for the reroll target, because he's got a decent range. And you can also get his ultra rare gear in the same role. It could take a while, but if that's something you want to go for, then go for it. But like I said, you don't need to stress too much about that. Right. Next thing I want to go over is the pub. Because this is actually a really handy thing that Rounders does compared to other gacha games. So in the pub, every 2 in-game hours, there's going to be, I think, 3 people that reset randomly or depending on what campaign mission you're on. There's like a certain one that shows up, certain 5-star. So, for me right now, Helen is showing up and so is Alec. Now, I wouldn't recommend these two straight away. The best targets for the pub is probably Olstein, Diana, Leatrice, Celia, if you can. I'd say those are really important because, like, if I go back into the skill menu, Olstein and Diana, you can dispatch them and send them out to collect materials for you every day, which is very good. Also, Diana is one of the best property damage buffers in the game. And Leatrice is just an all-around good character to get early on, because she has this costume and she has a 3x3 tile range on her attack, which is really useful for clearing campaign monster missions. And as for Celia, let me go back here. She has this ability called Absorption, which basically, once you start getting to the point where you're doing your daily grind, you come into the different story packs and you would click the search. You can set this up down here, by the way. You can pin your things. So you click search. I'll just do it. For an example, I can't show you this because I've already done it, but it would basically highlight everything on the map that you can pick up, and this would let you get good resources to be able to craft more gear and, you know, stuff like that. And you click the magnet here. You get certain daily uses which goes up by leveling up the character's skill once again. Right, so you've got gear, you've learned how to use your gear, gacha targets, reroll, we've been to the pub, and now I just want to go over one last thing which I think is helpful. Just some basic party composition and maybe some key units that are really good for your account early on. Right, so we're going to go over to my companions, sit down here, and we're going to find this character here. So, Aranus. Depending on what type of team you want to go for early on, either whether it's a physical or magic team, there's 2 buffers that are really important to get, and they will help you clear stages much easier. So you've got this one, Aranus, who's a light physical buffer. Increase attack at +5 by 70% and crit rate by 30%. So that's going to give you a massive damage boost and make it much easier for you to crit the enemies. And then the magic equivalent is this person down here, Elvis. A dark magic buffer, pretty much the same, exact same thing, but it gives 5% more crit rate. So these are really important to get early on, guys, if you want an easy time. Now, those are 2 good buffers depending on what type of team you want to go for. I would definitely focus on one first early on. Physical probably is the easier one to get because of units you can pick up in the pub, like Leatrice. So, if you're starting the game now, and you're able to get some pulls, there's some really good options for you in here to really help you push through the campaign. So, for example, Bunny Lowen, 3x3 character, does big damage, does more damage per target. That'll be really helpful if you can get that. Bunny Eclipse, also a really good character, used in PvP loads. But this character right here is definitely the most important one to get for your first hyper carry buffer in the game. Yeah, Helena, B-Rank Idol, which has a massive magic attack increase. If I go to the upgrade preview, you get up to 75% from getting to +5. And you also get 25% crit rate until you get to +5. It goes 50%, which is massive. Absolutely massive. That will really help. And then also when you upgrade the characters using the Liberation system, which I'll tell you how to do that in a second, you get an extra, what's that, 35% magic attack and a 25% crit rate. So this is definitely the single best character you can go for if you're starting the game right now. And to go over what I was saying about the Liberation, you have to, so on the character menu, in the bottom right here, when you go on your costume, you can upgrade them. And in here, you get, you know, stat upgrades, depending on the character, and then maybe like damage upgrades, so in this case buffs the how much magic attack you get. And then SP consumption, which is one of the most important ones for you to target first. So you can see down here, you've got these crystals. So to get those, like I said at the start of the video, when you focus on your campaign, you unlock these content packs, and you would get them from the Path of Adventure. So when you're in just the game here, you can click so you can click this button here, and you can use cooked rice or torches to get a bunch of different materials. Now early on, you won't be able to quick hunt like this. You have to do it at least one time on the actual content pack. There's different difficulties. There's 3 different difficulties: normal, hard, and very hard. And these different crystals are the different elements of the characters. So, yeah, you would have to come here and you would farm them, and then once you're doing it once, you can quick hunt. You get 60 torches a day. That was how you get those. With the rice, I don't know why it's not changing from the rice, but there you go. But right now we're getting 90 rice because of an event, but I think you usually get 60 as well. And so these numbers refer to the different chapters. So early on, I would really recommend getting to chapter 7 for gold. Or, I mean, I think you can get it from chapter 2 as well. Yeah, you do get it from chapter 2 as well, but 7 would be the best, since you only get that. That you would want to farm that for gear, by the way. To craft the higher rarity gears, you need gold ore, which turns into platinum ingots. So very important you do that. I think the other one is this one, Chapter 9. Hardwood is also used for high tier equipment farming. Those are the 2 most important ones, I would say. Once you've got those, you know, you can just come here and you can use whatever hammer menu you want. Apparently I've got an absolute ton because I just haven't used it. But then you've also got your Slime Empire and your Goblin Ruins. So just very simple. This one just gives you gold, which you can use. Use this when you're upgrading your gears. And the slimes are your EXP items for your characters. Now, in my personal experience with the game, early on, I did this a decent amount, you know, to level up my characters. But as you go on, I don't seem to be doing it as much. Just for the fact that from the events, if I go into this event that's on right now, in the event shop, you get quite a lot of slimes from doing this. It's once you progress a decent bit and you got a decent team, it's really easy to clear out most of the shop, and you can just get loads of yellow slimes, and you get so many of these that it's actually, you can level your characters up to the max level really easily with just yellow slimes. So yeah. One last thing I'll go over before I end the video will be the actual events. So early on, you're obviously not going to be able to get all the bonuses and stuff from them. But when you come into the event, you've got story, normal battle, challenge battle. Right now it's a mini game on. This is usually a like a different little game you can do to get you some more event currency. Right now it's just for decorations and stuff like that. And you've got Fiend Hunter, which is like a boss. You got missions, just give you some gems, some currency, and like I said, the event shop. So usually you just want to, you know, you come in, you can just watch the story. You don't have to use anything for this. Just watch the story, get event currency and gems. It's taking a while to load something. Let's get event currency and gems. And then the normal battle, you want to try and get up to a multiple of 5 on these, because this is where you get the increase in your rewards. So try and push that as far as you can, for the gems also. And then every day, you just want to come in, quick battle. And then you're going to move on to challenge battle, which is a normal, which this would be me tonight when the game resets. I'll be able to do this. And then Fiend Hunter, the boss, you get pulls every time you clear a stage, and some event currency, which is really nice. And this goes all the way up to 10 for the actual pulls, and then after that you just get gold coins. So most important is to get up to 10. Obviously early on, that's not going to be possible. I mean, even for me right now, I think dependent on the boss, I'm always getting up to this now. Starting to get to the point where I can clear this every time as well. So yeah, I think that's going to be it. They are basically some of the most important things to know about this game early on. So if I missed anything, or if you want maybe something more in depth with an individual thing from the game, maybe it's like, for example, maybe like the tower, you want maybe more in-depth guide on that, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this video if you find anything helpful in this video, and I hope anyone new starting this game enjoys Brandos too. Well, thanks for watching the video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.